What's up, guys? So I'm just going to do a quick NFL mock draft 2020 simulator, Raiders version. And I just want to kind of simulate what I think might happen, just kind of discuss the picks, the way they go, and see. Yeah, Isaiah Simmons, that makes a lot more sense. The last one I did, he was still there at 12, and it made my pick a lot harder than it needed to be. Henderson, this is where it gets a little tricky. Oh, Thomas, good. Is Lamb still there for 12? I mean, Judy or Lamb, if they're both there. Those are the picks. So it's tough. It's tough. Sorry, I got a text there. But this is tough. This is tough. See, I think we're gonna trade back here. I just see us trading back, and the kind of teams I think Philly's one of the biggest options. I think they're gonna jump. They want to jump Jacksonville here. I just don't see any real potential here. I mean, I hope they don't take Christian Fulton, because I think we can trade back here and still get pretty good value. That's the thing. That's the thing about this pick. This pick is a little tricky. I think for the most part, we need a cornerback. We need to get a cornerback no matter what. If we can get no team has 2 picks left in this round. No. Miami's interesting. They have so many picks. See, Miami might want to trade up and jump ahead of somebody for something here. It's an interesting prospect. I just don't know. This is where things get really tough in this draft. Because if we just take a player like Christian Fulton here, or a player like AJ Terrell, who I think we might end up taking is AJ Terrell in this spot, I just don't think it's the greatest choice when we could have traded back. We have way more options to trade back, because I think there's going to be a lot of players like Justin Herbert, like somebody wants a quarterback, like I think the Patriots. So let's see what because Justin Herbert's still there, which is what happened last time too. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to see what the Patriots want to offer us. And they say they don't. This is what pisses me off, is they only have it's a little unfair for them. I don't like it as much. Yeah, no, I wouldn't want to do that. See, this is where I don't like it as much, and they don't like it. Yeah, no. Nope, I don't think it's the work. Don't think it'll work, man. I mean, who's gonna jump up here? Who want? Maybe Minnesota, who wants to get Justin Jefferson. I think the team that needs a quarterback more than anything is the Patriots. Who did Miami take down here? They got their quarterback. So Miami's got their quarterback, so they don't need a quarterback. This is such a tough pick. Such a tough pick. So I think trading back is the best option. I really do. I think Philly's going to take a linebacker, but I think... Oh, yeah. This is such a weird situation. Alright, so let's say Baltimore. Alright, because no, but we're not going to trade back that far. We won't. We need a quarterback. We know we could probably trade back a few spots. Patriots is the only team that makes sense, but they're going to have to trade more than just... I think the Patriots would have to trade us a player, too. Or maybe some crazy deal goes on where they give us these two for this, or maybe they give us these three and we give them, I don't know. See, this is where, like, I wish in this one you can't do like in next year. So I think like if they did something like, well, to give us both of those, well, they're gonna have to move up. And that's the only way, right? It's not in their favor necessarily, but it's not equal. But that's what they're gonna have to do. I mean, I guess maybe we give them 160. I don't even like giving them that, though. I don't like doing it. But I guess it makes sense. Alright, so we'll do that. We'll do that. They come up and get their quarterback, who I knew they wanted. Makes sense. Christian Fulton goes. As long as they did Terrell's there, we're still good. See, this is where I think we can trade back again. And this is where we can probably trade back with Baltimore, right? So they can come up and jump the Saints and get their linebacker. See, this is something I can really see happening. I can really see that something like this happening. Give you the 87th, maybe? Yeah, still no good. 81st, I guess? No. 80th? Still no good. Holy shit. It's that valuable. You just don't think this is worth it for the... Yeah, but if they want their player, they're going to have to. This is the thing. They want their guy. Jeez. They're not going to let me do it. They're not going to let me do it. But that's what I think happens. I think Baltimore trades up there. Baltimore would trade up here to get Patrick Queen, because I think Patrick Queen's going here to New Orleans if they don't trade up. So who can we get a trade? Who wants? I think Seattle wants Gross Matos. I think that is something, because I think AJ Epineza is nice, but he doesn't have the upside that a guy like Gross Matos has. So I think Seattle might. See what Seattle will offer us. So tough. Seattle, what are they going to offer us? So, on the 23rd, they have the first pick, and we give them our 80th. Still no good. It's way in our own favor. Just, they don't like it. They don't like it. They don't like it. I might not be able to trade here. I might be able to get rid of this pick. See if Minnesota wants to trade. This is where I really wish you could do like next year's draft too, because I would offer a few things. No, Minnesota don't want to trade either. I guess 89th pick. That's still not favorable. Damn. Alright then. So, I think we're going to have to draft here. I think a lot of people are going to be mad we don't take the player I'm going to take. But, I mean, he's just... I guess it's either Diggs or Terrell. But I just think it's going to be Terrell. And Kenneth Murray goes, yeah, see? And the Ravens are still going to get their linebacker. Patrick Queen. There you go. I knew it. Mims, wide receiver, Gladney. Oh, T. Higgins. Baltimore and Cincy got their guys. So Cincinnati would have pretty nice if they got both a receiver in the second and a quarterback in the first. I think they'd be pretty happy with that, eh? Cincinnati. T. Higgins knocked pretty nice. So normally we wouldn't have a pick until like 80, but I'm pretty sure I traded with the Patriots to get their third round pick, so now we'll have a little bit higher of a selection, I think. Damn. I have like 4 picks in a row though. I thought it was the second round, but no, it was the third round pick that I got from New England, so. Sorry, it's a little confusing, guys, I know. Jumping all over the place, but these trades kind of get confusing sometimes when you put them together. But that's what I think is going to happen, though, is you're going to have some crazy trade like that where we end up moving back with the 19th pick, because I just think that the guys we want, there'll be better value to get them a little later than as high as some of our, some of the players that are going to be there. I think a lot of the other teams are going to want, so there's going to be a lot of value for the position we have at 19. That's what I'm trying to say. Ooh, so right now we need to look for a couple things. I like Terrell Burgess, as anybody that listens to me knows. I like Logan Wilson as well. We got a lot of picks here, so I think we're gonna get a bunch of these guys, actually, to be honest with you. So right now, I think we're just gonna take our safety then. Take Ashton Davis, and we will take our I really want to take Zach Moss here. And I think that's the right play. I think that the Raiders we need a running back to give a 1-2 punch with Josh Jacobs, and I think Zach Moss is a pretty good number 2 or 1-2 punch. And this is the pick we got from the Patriots now for trading back, right? So now we can get Logan Wilson here, right? Get our linebacker, right? Oh, this is how we can clean up this draft. Get Logan Wilson, and then we're going to get another pick here. And look at this. We still got our run of all. I think Lecky Photo is a good option because we need a D lineman. We can even pick up another cornerback. Fernie Jennings here. Cephas. I like Cephas, but a little later. Alright, so. People Jones, though. And this is interesting. This would be an interesting thing. If we were to pick up CeeDee Lamb and People Jones, we'd have 2 red zone targets. This could be very problematic for most defenses, and I think he's one of the better players left on the board here. So yeah, let's take him. So now we have our 2 true 1-2, and you can put Tyrell Williams in there as kind of your third option, and Nelson Aguilar. They're kind of your backup go-tos, but then you have your 1-2 punch for the next 5-10 years. If you were to get CeeDee Lamb and Donovan Peoples-Jones, or even like a Jerry Jeudy, in this case, I think it would be better to take a guy like Peoples-Jones if we got Jerry Jeudy, because taking him with CeeDee Lamb is kind of like, okay, they're the same kind of guy, CeeDee Lamb and Peoples-Jones is very similar. They're both good red zone threats, obviously. CeeDee Lamb is a more complete, more all-around player, but Peoples-Jones is still a decent threat in the red zone, and he's a good contested catch player, so I think that he would be a good kind of second wide receiver 2, or even wide receiver 3. But then you have Hunter Renfrow, who's going to be your slot, right? So we'd have definitely no need for wide receiver if we were to pick up Peoples-Jones here. And this one's a little more tough because we don't really have any big needs. And like, this is a guy that I think we could take if we didn't take, I probably would have liked to take somebody else back and take him there, but I really don't know. I do like Rashad Lawrence. Use a guard. Yeah, we could really use a guard as well, but we're not going to need a guard until next year because we still have Incognito. So we take Rashad Lawrence here. It's kind of a backup to, Jonathan Hankins or Malik Collins. But because we got Malik Collins, we don't really have a big need for it, but we can still kind of fill that spot and hold there. So Rashad Lawrence will just kind of be your backup kind of to Maurice Hurst, PJ Hall. And after this point, I don't think it's really, it's anybody's game. You can't really choose the guys we're going to be going for, but who knows, I think we'll probably end up seeing a guard going around this time. Who did Cephas go to? Where did Cephas go? Giants? This went to the Giants, I think. I can't tell. This thing's being silly. I guess I can pause it. Yeah, there it is. Alright. See where Cephas went real quick. So he went to the Giants. I'd actually be a really good fit for him, I think. He's like he's not going to replace OBJ by any means, but he does a lot of similar things, so he could be a viable threat. It's not a bad option. Down there in New York. Very nice, very nice. Raiders don't have another pick for a long time. I don't even know if we have another pick in the draft. We might have like one more. But that might be it, actually. Because we definitely don't have a 7th round pick, but we might have a 6th round. Doesn't look like it. Alright. Never mind then. Thought maybe we had another pick. Anyway, we don't. So yeah, so that's going to be my draft then. My mock draft. So I don't think it really matters how the rest of this fills out because we don't have another pick. So let's go to my selections here, see who we got. So we have a need really, wide receiver, cornerback, safety. We could use a backup, a really good backup, or a third safety. To help out Jonathan Abrams and LaMarcus Joyner, and we need a second running back to give you a good 1-2 punch. Having a good linebacker that might be solid for the next few years, give us some depth and also some consistency. Maybe somebody that can mold into being your starting linebacker. A guy like Logan Wilson, I think, is probably one of the best prospects, mid-tier prospects in this draft, in this linebacker class. So I think getting him at 87 or anywhere around there is pretty good. And Peoples-Jones is kind of one of those guys that's like, why is he still there at 91? And if we can get him and CeeDee Lamb, I think we're laughing in terms of wide receivers. And if Carr can't win with Peoples-Jones and CeeDee Lamb, Tyrell Williams, Darren Waller, Josh Jacobs, Jack Moss. Like if you couldn't win with this team now, then Derek Carr would have no excuses. So other than that, Rashad Lawrence here is kind of just like your go-to backup, kind of like a really solid backup. So I like that pick as well. I don't know, pretty solid. If it went this way, I would be pretty happy, especially if we traded back there and still got AJ Terrell. I think that's a good play. Trading back from 19 with the Patriots so they can come up and get Justin Herbert if he's there, and then go in for your needs. Yeah, I think this would be really good. It'd be nice to get an edge prospect, but I really think that if we can solidify our cornerback, our secondary here, and our linebacking core, and just get a solid wide receiver and running back to complement Josh Jacobs and to kind of give you a number one to your Tyrell Williams, who's your number two, and your Hunter Renfrow, who's your slot guy, and then Nelson Aguilar, who can be your number 3-4 wide receiver. Yeah, be good to have. But if you can get both CeeDee Lamb and Donovan Peoples-Jones, then you kind of have your X, right? Because Lamb's going to be your number one, and then you'd have your X in Peoples-Jones, who's also kind of like a speedster and contested catch guy. So, but I do think that these are very similar players. Peoples-Jones and Lamb are very similar. So if we were to end up getting Judy here, I think we'd want to target Peoples-Jones back here. But if we end up getting Lamb here, then Peoples-Jones is kind of just, if he's there, then take him, but he's not. You can get Cephas or somebody else, or even just use Aguilar and Tyrell Williams as your kind of go-to, and have maybe bring back Keelan Doss or Marcel Aitman. So that's going to be it for this video, guys. Sorry if it went a little long or if it was a little confusing. I thank you for watching, and have a good day, guys. Tell me what you think in the comments below.